Hi guys, today we are at District 21, Upper Bukit Timah for our third episode of Insider Review of Resale Condos. We are here today because we received a few requests from our viewers to review this development, and it is none other than Daintree Residence. So if you would like me to review some other developments as well, don't need to be shy, just click on the link in the description below and I'll be happy to evaluate further.
Similar to how you should get a loan IPA before making a purchase, you should also do an IPA of the condo before making this huge commitment. To guide you in your decision making, I'll be reviewing based on these 5 factors. Number 1, location and amenities. Number 2, facilities and upkeep. Number 3, demand versus supply in the area. Number 4, pricing versus surrounding developments. And finally, layout. And an overall score will be given at the end. Alright, let's go!
Daintree Residence is a 99-year leasehold project developed by SP Setia, Malaysia's leading property developer. It comes with 327 units and recently obtained TOP in December 2022.
In terms of location and amenities, Daintree Residence is located along Toh Tuck Road, and it will take you about 8 minutes to walk to Beauty World MRT. Come, let me show you. We will first need to walk past High Oak Condominium, make a right turn, and you will see the Bukit Timah CC. Once you reach the bus stop, it is fully sheltered from here onwards. Continue walking along Jalan 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, quite an easy journey as we are walking on flat ground. You can take a pit stop at the coffee shops on your right. Not just 1 or 2, but 3 coffee shops in close proximity. If not, let's continue walking. Need to wait for the traffic light to turn green. And before you know it, we are already at Beauty World MRT Exit C. There's plenty of amenities in the vicinity such as Beauty World Centre, Bukit Timah Shopping Centre, and many eateries along Cheong Chin Nam Road. Beauty World is also poised to undergo a transformative upgrade as part of the Bukit Timah Master Plan. You can expect a new mall and fully air-conditioned bus interchange as part of the integrated development at Reserve Residences. The Bukit Timah Market and Food Centre will also be redeveloped into a new integrated community facility in time to come. For nature lovers, Bukit Timah Nature Reserve and the rail corridor are just a short walk away.
Overall, I'll give a score of 8 out of 10 for location and amenities due to its convenience and many more amenities in the pipeline.
Daintree Residence offers full-fledged condo facilities with a 50 meters leisure pool, infinity pool, gym, steam room, dining pavilion, and tennis court, just to name a few. Not to mention the iconic Serenity Walk right at the top of the development, which gives you a panoramic view of the surroundings. I also like the elegant facade, which blends in with the lush landscape in the area. In terms of fittings, the developer also provides marble flooring, which is quite rare, and high-quality kitchen appliances from Daintree.
In terms of upkeep and maintenance, I would say things are still looking pretty good after 1.5 years. On the other hand, of course you won't get a wow factor compared to a massive development like 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, which we reviewed previously. On balance, I'll give a rating of 7 out of 10 for facilities and upkeep.
Before we dive into the demand and supply situation, I would just like to comment on the unit mix in Daintree Residence. Because the proportion of 1 and 2 bedroom units in this development is substantially higher, consisting 62% of the total number of units. If we compare to recently launched developments with similar project size, the proportion is only about 36 to 54%. So one concern with too many small units within the development is the lack of organic demand, which might lead to poorer price performance. A very good example is the 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃, not too far away at Hillview area, which only has 1 and 2 bedroom units. And we can see the price performance hasn't been the most ideal. Many units just barely breaking even after 12 years. So the question is, will we see the same thing happening to Daintree Residence? Fortunately, the performance of the 2 bedrooms here has been nothing but strong. substantial profits ranging from 200k to 400k with very decent transaction volume, indicating strong demand. We see a lot of young professionals with no kids or max one kid opting for a 2-bedder instead of a 3-bedder due to budget constraints. We also see retirees that fell in love with this development due to its proximity to both amenities and nature at the same time. In addition, another source of demand will be parents looking to stay within 1 km of 𝗃𝗶𝗱𝗲 Presbyterian or 𝗂𝗃𝗶𝗱𝗲 Primary School. As such, the demand for the bigger units should remain evergreen. In terms of supply, unfortunately we have quite a fair bit of competition in the area with a mixture of old and new, freehold and leasehold developments. A quick search on Property Guru shows that there are more than 100 listings of 3-bedroom condos within 1 km of 𝗃𝗶𝗱. Despite the school factor, it seems like the demand isn't able to keep up with the supply in the area. Hence, my rating will be 5 out of 10 only. Next, let's look at Daintree's pricing versus surrounding developments that are of similar age. It actually looks pretty reasonable. Similar pricing to View at Kismis since both were launched at about the same time, and between these two, I definitely feel Daintree is the better one due to its bigger development size and better layouts. Slightly more expensive than the Creek, even though the latter is freehold, but I feel that's understandable given that there's a 5-year gap between the two. Significantly cheaper compared to Reserve Residences and the Link because these two are integrated developments. If you don't mind the 8 minutes walk, then I think the lower PSF makes a lot of sense. Looking at the data, I'll give a rating of 8 out of 10 for pricing. Just a bonus point, I feel if you can secure a unit at Forest for 23xx PSF, then it will make sense too given that it's brand new, sizable freehold plot, and sufficient price gap versus the integrated developments not too far away. If you need more information on Forest, which is going to TOP very soon, feel free to reach out to me too. Finally, let's take a look at the 2 and 3 bedroom layouts in Daintree Residence. For the 2-bedders, here are 2 layouts that are both 678 square feet. Which one would you go for? I will definitely go for this one because the other layout is just so unconventional and the common bedroom is right beside the kitchen. I feel it will be very hard to sell in the future. Luckily, only 2 stacks under type B1, which I will want to avoid for sure. There are also some layouts with 2 balconies. Personally, I feel you are paying more for space you can't fully utilize, but there are no right no wrong as some buyers might actually prefer this kind of layout. Next, for 3-bedders, likewise we compare 2 different layouts, 1076 square feet versus 1152 square feet. Which one do you think is more ideal? Right, I would go for type C3, 107 square feet, which is more suitable for family stay. Type C4 feels like a dual key unit where the master bedroom is separated from the entire house. Fortunately, also not too many stacks with this kind of layout. On balance, I'll probably give a rating of 7 out of 10 for layout.
Overall, looking at the location, decent facilities, pricing as well as layout, I would say Daintree Residence is still worth looking at, even though there might be a bit of oversupply in the area at the moment. But in time to come, with the supply gradually being absorbed and with the beauty world transformation in full swing, I feel there is still room for growth. For that, my overall rating for this development will be 7 out of 10.
Alright, that's all for today. I hope you found the video helpful in your property search. If you are looking at a few other developments and would like me to review as well, feel free to contact me at 9451-5625 or simply click on the link in the description below and I'll be happy to evaluate further. I'm Sean from Happy Homes Property and I'll see you soon.